Hello everyone! Today's video is sponsored by CARDMARKET.com, Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon. You can find all the best-selling cards right now in the metagame. You can find really good bargains with from older cards and things like that. You can also find any sort of product you might need, any singles, any boosters or booster boxes or sealed products, along with accessories from basically each and every set. And make sure you tune in to the end of the video to find out how you can win a €10 voucher for the website or a €5 voucher if you are just signing up as a first-time customer. Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video sponsored by CardMarket.com, the best place to sell and buy cards in Europe. Thanks so much for sponsoring the channel and this video, Card Market. Today we are going to be playing with a Toxtricity VMAX deck with this concept that I've had in my head for quite a while, which obviously we want to use Toxtricity VMAX. It's a huge VMAX Pokemon with 320 HP. Gmax Riot does a very hefty 160 damage for 3 energies, and if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, then this attack does 80 more damage, which is pretty nice. You do utilize Garbodor to use Poisonous Puddle, where if there is a stadium in play, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon poisoned. So the idea is to combine those two Pokemon now. The concept that I've had in my head for the last few weeks, honestly, is the fact that playing 4 Quick Ball and 4 Capture Energy should add a lot of consistency to the deck. I've even thought of adding a single Station V into this deck, which I think would make sense to go in combination with the Capture Energy to just, like, on that turn 1, set up the station, draw extra cards, have access to that because you won't be able to attack on the first turn. And yeah, like this deck, it's all about consistency. We have the 4-4 line, the 3-3 line, the 2 Dedenes and the Coco. Straightforward raw attacks. We have electro powers, we have a lot of setup cards, and we get to utilize speed energy as well. So 8 of our 14 energies, not only do we have a bunch of energies and we shouldn't be missing energy drops in any turn, but 8 of our 16 energies actually help us in setting up, finding us resources. So there's no direct way to search for Thunder Mountain, but obviously we need to have that in the deck. We have 4 research and 4 Marnie as well to go with the consistency, and we have the triple boss because we are going to be discarding 1 or 2 probably along the way through research and through Eldegoss, so having those 3 copies, and I originally had 4, I just couldn't fit all 4, would be pretty good. Then we have Air Balloons and switching cards. We have Dust Island to make sure that our opponent's Pokemon stay poisoned in case they do play a switch. And this completely untested concept. Don't want to play it in expanded, I want to play it in standard, right? And I call this squared Toxtricity because it's very squared. It's 4 of all the crucial cards, 3 or 4 of all the crucial cards that we do need in the deck. Just trying to be super straightforward, super fast in setting up our Toxtricity. We do rely heavily on the Prism cards, of course, the Coco Prism and or the Thunder Mountain, so pricing either or both, especially pricing Coco, would be a very big problem, but we'll see. Like, I'm trying to make the first turn of this deck just that much better by playing all those consistency cards. Having 4 quick energy and 4 quick balls should really help in the consistency of the deck, and we'll see what happens here. Well, starting both of our Dedenes, right? Instead of any Trubbish, instead of any Toxtricity is very unlucky, along with the mulligan that we already gave to our opponent. So starting off with the expert mode, it is what we do in this channel, double mulligan in fact. Yeah, that is exactly what we do in this channel. I'm just gonna straight up that I change my hand away. I do get an energy into a discard pile. Okay, so this would be pretty good setup as if I still had the second Dedenne, right? If I still had the second Dedenne in the deck, this would actually be pretty nice. It's just I don't have enough cards to get the attack going. I need to get lucky with a top deck, right? Or I need my opponent to use Marnie. I do need to get very lucky, so I honestly think I grab the Trubbish here because I can just search for Coco at any point with the quick ball, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and pass. Yeah, I need a really good top deck. I do have 4 research, 2 Marnies, the 2 speed as well. It's really unfortunate that I started with both the Denes in my hand. Yeah, the fact that I had to start the Dene over anything else, that's a really big deal. My opponent does start with a Stellar Wish into a research. Probably bad news for us because we are not going to get Marnied here, but oh well. Yeah. There's Scoop Up Net. There's a dark deck box. We don't know exactly what my opponent is playing right now. If I had a third Detene, I'd be in a really, really good spot here. But I do not. Yeah. Okay, there's a Cynthia. There's Dragapult. Okay, so we're up against Dragapult. It's not a dark deck. We are up against Dragapult. We are going to see the Escaper on the active, the Escaper on the bench, and we're going to see the straight up Cynthia. So there was something in my opponent's hand that was too valuable not to discard, right? That's why he decided to double Stellar Wish for a supporter other than research, which is interesting. He'll get a 3rd Stellar Wish this turn. Pretty nice for him, not for us, but pretty nice for him. Does find a Mysterious Treasure, so he will have the VMAX next turn for sure. And we top deck. Not the card we needed. Oh my god. Absolutely not the card we needed. So we'll pass. So much for consistency, right? I mean, look at what I discarded on turn 1. I detonate into a dead hand, which has been the norm for me playing PTGO the last few days. Okay, I'm just gonna concede here. I want to give this deck a genuine chance. Starting with double Detene on the very first game, that's incredibly, incredibly unlucky when we have 4 Toxtricities, 3 Trubbishes, right? The Coco, and then the 2 Detene. So 20-ish% chance that we start Detene. 1 out of every 5 games. So got that out of the way. Let's not start Detene here, please. I win the coin flip, so I do want to go first. And that is... Are you kidding me? Well, what can I say, guys? What can I say? What can I say? I play 4 quick balls, 4 captures, 3 Pokecoms. Couldn't get a single one of those. My opponent just gets the metal, gets the water, has the energy switch in hand, has the Detene. What the heck? What a difference, right? What a difference. Spinner. Oh wow. I mean, I feel like I don't know what he's gonna do. Metal Saucer. Yeah, just goes for the Alteration, as expected. And my top deck is Toxtricity. I'm just gonna scoop here. Even if, like, whatever. This is not great so far. But it's because of my hands, right? It's generally because of how I'm drawing. It's not like I don't know if the deck works or not. Because I can't draw anything good. 2 completely dead games. 2 completely unplayable hands. Okay, see? This is what I'm going for. This is a completely busted hand. Yeah, this is what the deck is trying to do by playing for Toxtricity, by playing the charges, by playing the capture energies, by playing the Marnies. Yeah, this is what the deck is trying to do. Absolutely this. Too bad now we're up against a mill deck. Too bad we are now up against a mill deck, probably, based on the Cinchino. What are you gonna do, right? We get a busted hand, we get a, I don't know, matchup. I will have a knockout next turn with Thunder Mountain, so that's good. Yeah, unless we get Marnied. We do see the Great Ball into another Minchino. See, if my opponent is not playing Capture Energies, then that's a mistake. Like, you should definitely be playing Capture Energy over Great Ball. If you're playing Quick Balls, Great Balls, and Capture Energies, then fair. It is a mill deck. It is a mill deck. So our triple boss will hopefully be useful, right? If that Great Ball had been a Capture Energy, he would have immediately been able to find Station. He does find it, however. And alright. Alrighty. So I do have a Marnie. I'm gonna go ahead and attach the special energy. Okay. I can't set up the big guy. There's no real need at the moment. I'll just Electric Riot. No KO for me. Yeah, this also gives my opponent, like, I guess, a false sense of security. I want him, so my plan is for him to accumulate like a really big hand, and then I go Marnie and then start taking prizes. Yeah, really unfortunate. Like, if this had been against a VMAX deck, this would have been really, really cool. Really nice that my opponent flips tails on that Crushing Hammer, right? That is very, very good news. There's a Belelbas, so we do need to be careful with our deck and how much we thin. Another Great Ball into Rangaroo, another Tackle for Belelba and Cynthia. So once I Marnie, he won't have access to his cards anymore. He does have doubles in Chino now though, so recovering from the Marnie will be pretty straightforward for him. Does find another doll, does find a replacement stadium. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win this game. This is just a bad matchup overall, especially when your opponent already has double dolls, like 3 dolls by turn 2. What are you gonna, and doubles in Chino, like that's the dream, obviously, for my opponent. Just gonna Electric Riot. You're just gonna Electric Riot here. Really, really unfortunate situation. My opponent could not have asked for a better setup at the moment. And neither could have we, right? But we're never going to beat mill decks with this sort of deck. Definitely never going to beat mill decks with this sort of deck. Does play that stadium, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I play 14 energy in the deck, so it really shouldn't be a big problem, right? It really shouldn't be a big problem. Electric Riot does more based on poison. So I think I'm better off searching for Garb rather than the VMAX. So I do more with Garb and this guy than with... I mean, it doesn't matter other than attacking this guy. Does remove my special lightning. So now I need a stadium on top of that. I'm gonna Pokecom away the Denny because I don't want the Denny to be at the bottom of the deck. I need a stadium. And that's it. No, a stadium and energy of this Marnie. That's not it. Right, that is definitely not it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Garb. I will play 1 Electro Power just so that I make sure I can KO the doll, right? Even if I don't draw energy or stadium, which is cool. I do find energy, which is good news for us. Go ahead and poison the Pokédoll, and we'll go ahead and poison jab. I don't even know if this thing can be poisoned. It can, yeah, it can be poisoned. So I guess I didn't even need to play the Electro Power. It's fine, it's no big deal. I am holding a Marnie now. Just finds the raw 4th Pokédoll. That's insane. Flips heads as well. Raw 4th Pokédoll with triples in Chino. Jeez. Finds another Crushing Hammer. Not a heads this time, so 1 for 3, right? So the next one should expect it to be heads. Hopefully it's not, but you know what? That stadium, that stadium stops him from using Oranguru, right? That stadium stops him from using Oranguru to return cards. So that's something that I could maybe use to my advantage here. I like the boss, honestly. I think I'm just gonna like play it slow because that stadium is gonna hurt my opponent. So I'm just gonna poison jab and then the doll goes down in between turns. Very nice. That's a 4th doll finally gone, right? 4th doll finally gone, and I should still have access to Pal Pads. 4 cards left. It's gonna be amazing. Wow, he discards Oranguru. Like, I can actually choose not to take a prize. Okay, puts himself at 0 cards. He must have Pal Pads, right? Yeah, there's the first Pal Pad. Double Belelba. He can't search Belelba yet, though. Like, after these Pal Pads are gone, he needs 2 energies to attach to the Oranguru, and he does have 2 fires in the discard pile already. Okay, has access to triple Pal Pad. Okay, there's the Oranguru, there's the attachment. Uh-oh, my friend. Uh-oh, my friend. Oh no, he does have the counter stadium. Well, that's annoying. That was very annoying. Okay, so goes for the triple Pal Pad. So what if I go boss this guy? And then I can't KO that guy, right? I could just damage it. Like if he Belelbas, then he's kind of in trouble. If he, I don't know how many balloons or switches he plays. This is kind of like a desperation move on my part. The fact that he's still going. Okay, I still have 33 cards left in my deck as well. So what is the plan for my opponent? I'm gonna pull off a win. He does have the Ordinary Rod left. Oranguru Mewtwo with 2 fires, yep. Okay, so I guess it's time to go into offensive mode. I can evolve, and then I guess I go Marnie again. Oh, come on, no energy, really? Really, I got no energy. Oh my gosh. How did I not get a single energy? Come on. Come on, man. I did not get a single energy. Dust Island doesn't really matter. Do I daily change? I feel like I daily change. I want to daily change. I'm not happy about it, but I feel like I daily change. I had 7 energy. How did I whiff? Sure, let's do that. And then let's do this. And then let's daily change. Fine. Paralyzing or anger might be a good strategy. Ugh. And then I get this one. Well, I need a lightning anyways. Alright, so GMAX Riot, 2 prizes. We'll see what happens here. You do have Marnie, right? You do have Marnie. Okay, this card's fire. But now I have 23 cards left in my deck. I really think maybe paralyzing with the Dene could be good at some point, or might be good at some point. We'll see. To stop a resource management. Like if he puts himself at 1 card at any point. Okay, there's the first Belel Bomb. There's the second Belel Bomb. I do have Marnie to replenish my deck, sort of. There's a ball pad for double Belel Bomb. Another ball pad for Belel Bomb Surge. He needs to do that 2 more times, 3 more times, right? So that's 3 turns that I get to do KOs. I don't have any more Electro Power, so I actually wouldn't be able to KO Mewtwo if it comes to that. Is there merit in KOing? Is there merit in KOing a Cinccino? There might be. But, nah. Not this turn. I'll wait 1 more turn. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, next turn I might need to use Marnie. Ordinary Rod. Putting back Guru on Mewtwo. I think I actually need to save the boss for when Mewtwo comes up active, or if Mewtwo comes up active. Does this card a fire? So there is 1 fire left in the deck. What if he doesn't draw Oranguru this turn? I guess I need the boss as well in case he ends up promoting a doll for the last prize. We'll see. Yeah, Dribbles and Chino is a lot. Oh, wow. Okay, so actually, going for the boss on this guy this turn could actually be a really big deal. I think that's the right play. I think that might win me the match. I think. And GMAX Riot. KO the Cinccino. No more free retreat for him, so he can't attach and retreat into the Oranguru on the same turn. He needs to find another switching card or another balloon, and the fact that he didn't attach it to the station could mean that he doesn't have that, you know? Okay, does go for the make do, so he definitely can't do it, right? Well, he has Pal Pads, I guess. Yeah, he has Pal Pads. Okay, Belel Bomb. There goes my balloon, Belelba, that's fine. What did he get? Okay, so there's still a possible boss's orders for me. There's a Mewtwo. There's a Palpad. For Belelba. So as long as I replenish my deck this turn, I think I'm okay. right? I think I'm okay. And then he's down 2 pal pads. He plays down the energy and hits for energy assist. Okay, so I'm definitely going to need the boss, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and do Marnie, replenish my deck, and I find the boss. Perfect. That should absolutely be game. I'm gonna GMAX Riot, not gonna click on Garb. GMAX Riot is 20 damage short on the knockout on the Mew3. He cannot discard 11 cards. I mean 15 cards. The maximum he can discard is 11. And I have the boss to win next turn. So we did it. We actually beat the bad matchup. He just goes for a single Belilba, right? Goes for the Pal Pad. Oof. Very intense match. Very, very intense match. Haven't quite achieved... Well, okay, no, this game was the best example of the consistency that I really needed. But yeah, there we go. GG, friend, GG. I think it all comes down to being like super patient, playing it slow, holding on to my resources, not overextending. I didn't need to find anything or dig for anything other than that one turn against the station. And if I hadn't had to data change that turn, might have been even better. Yeah, my opponent might have hit boss's orders beforehand. If I didn't have the boss's orders there, I think I was still okay. I'm not 100% sure. It depends on if my opponent could I think I had a Marnie in my hand, right? But it would have depended on if my opponent could still search double Belilba next turn. If he could, then he would have won. And then if he couldn't, then I could have knocked out anything that he put into play. Okay, so let's see if the engine can respond as well this game as last game. And okay, pretty nice. Yeah, this is very fortunate to have in my starting hand. I have this, I have the quick wall for the Trubbish. We also get mulligans, that's really good. Having the stadium is extremely, extremely lucky. Yes, I'm not gonna deny that. I am absolutely not going to deny it. And then we top deck a capture energy for good measure, which is really nice. So I'm thinking speed energy is better here. See what we get off of that. I won't need the Garb setup next turn, right? I don't expect to need the Garb setup next turn, so I'm gonna take a advantage of... Oh, actually, if I do this, I'm dead drawing. Yeah, I can afford to lose a VMAX. So I should have played the capture energy. Because my hand was dead, I should have played the capture energy. It really sucks, but yeah, I have to go for this. I absolutely have to go for this. And I'll pass. Yeah, I should not have even played the quick ball. I really shouldn't even have played. I should have played the capture energy number 1, and I should not have played the quick ball. So 2 mistakes in a single turn. 2 mistakes in a single turn, especially because, I mean, I can still knock out this guy if I find another Electro Power, but if I had played the capture energy to establish Trubbish, then all I would need would be Garb or Electro Power, right? Rather than 100% Electro Power. So big mistake on my part. Yeah, big mistake on my part. Hopefully we can find the other Electro Power. Even getting the first hit into a Dragapult will be really good. So it's not the biggest of deals, but it was still a very suboptimal play. I did not think that through. Yeah, and that's the important thing, yeah, to realize the mistakes, right? Good thing my opponent isn't playing the special or didn't go for the energy removal Giratina, right? That is a big weakness of this. And my opponent decides to switch into the Dragapult. So now I don't even need to boss's orders. Now I can actually research Marnie to try and get the KO. So big mistake by my opponent. Very, very big mistake and suboptimal play by my opponent. Goes for the Dene, discarding Cynthia. So like, okay, well, he copies my bad play of going for the Dene preemptively. All right, so let's capture energy. Let's get the Trubbish this time around. Yeah, let's go Electro Power. Let's go Evolve. Let's go Thunder Mountain, and then let's go Deadly Change. We need one more Electro Power to get this KO. Yeah, and there's a card. Yeah, so I made a very, very suboptimal play last turn. Yeah, and now I'm paying dearly for it. Ugh. It's okay though. Like, I feel like I should still have a decent advantage-ish, but I still played bad. Yeah, I played bad. I could have knocked out the Dragapult and basically won the game right there and then. Yeah, basically won the game right there and then, especially with that bad play by my opponent. Decides to pause his orders my Trubbish, which I'm very surprised about. So it feels like my opponent's just playing every card that he can from his hand, but he's not really like doing it with a purpose. Oh my god, he's playing hammers. Oh my god, he's playing hammers. Okay, do we get to keep our stadium though? Do we get to keep our stadium, please? He's already played a supporter, right? He's already dead, it changed. Goes for 6 again. He hasn't attached energy, which is good. There's a 6 again. 2 cards. Dragapult, VMAX, energy. Well, he's gonna find Viridian Forest and then goes Dragapult. Oh my god. Average. Come on, average. Oh, I'm getting so punished for my bad play. Should be 2 prizes up. I 100% should be 2 prizes up. Okay, that works out. Okay, decides to take a knockout, decides to give me 3 prizes. That's fantastic. My stadium remains. That was the most important thing. Yeah, that was actually the most important thing, that my stadium remained. And then one issue that I envisioned with this deck, as we are seeing right now, there it is exactly the fact that you could run into situations where you could possibly Coco, right? Coco Prism to power up, but you don't have basic energies because we run so few of them. No Toxtricity, no way to search for Toxtricity. That's not ideal. We will, however, get 3 prizes here, so that's really good. And yeah, like the boss's orders played right there made absolutely no sense. My opponent should have kept, like, it was way more important to make sure you could Max Phantom last turn than to actually just go for whatever it is that he went for. But that's on him, right? That is definitely on him. The bad part is we are down 3 boss's orders. Yeah, so we won't be bringing this guy up. So we'll have to probably go through this guy and then this guy. See, another Crushing Hammer, 2 out of 3 heads, as expected, I guess. We do see the Cynthia now. So what I really need is Toxtricity, right? Average, right? We'll take that. Average. 2 out of 2, that's fair. Yeah, that is fair. So yeah, we can't knock out this 6 again and then the 10, that's the bad part. Yeah. Please don't be Giratina. Okay, that Giratina is fine. The other one was the one that could cause an issue. This is perfectly okay. All right, we do get a VMAX, not what we want to see. My stadium remains though, which is really, really fantastic. Go ahead and do this. And this guy has free retreat, right? Yes. Go ahead and switch just in case, and then I'll go ahead and research. Okay, finally we find this guy. We'll Poisonous Puddle here. And then we will just take the knockout once again with G-Max Riot. So my opponent's unorthodox list is definitely benefiting him a little bit. Our start, like I played it suboptimally. I should have already won because I would have knocked out that Dragapult early on, especially when my opponent decided to bring it up himself rather than save me the boss orders. But yeah. That was my bad, that was on me. looking at how this is working out, and like if you have a Toxtricity in the active, you won't have a good possibility to power it up on the bench, which means I'm thinking this might need Kuzma Hala to be able to search for Thunder Mountain or like 2 Stadium Navs. Yeah, 2 Stadium Navs might actually be a good idea for the deck because you can research into them. Obviously, they're flipping cards, but more ways to find that Thunder Mountain could be very, very beneficial. Yeah, could be very, very beneficial. And more switching cards as well. So I can power up the Coco Prism Star. Maybe more basic energies. Maybe 4/4/6 is a little too much. Maybe 3/4/7 basics and 3 speeds. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely, you can make some adjustments. Okay, well, this is definitely worst case scenario, right? Definitely worst case scenario. I also have gone through 3 Electro Powers, which is not great. And then my opponent, yeah. So he'll pile the damage on Tetene, of course. I 100% need to find energy, otherwise I'm in a lot of trouble. Decides to split the damage between the Tetenes, which I wholeheartedly agree. Okay, I disagree, sorry. I do find energy, which is fantastic. I'll poison him and then I'll go for the Marnie. And okay, so based on this damage, yeah, I'm actually gonna have to use Tetene to attack next turn. I'm actually gonna have to use Tetene to attack next turn. My opponent will be at 260. By utilizing Tetene with Coco and the capture energy, I will be able to knock out the Dragapult with either Static Shock or Tingly Return GX, because Poison Jab will not be enough. I would need to find my last Electro Power, which obviously 17 cards is very difficult. Ooh, my god. My opponent, of course, has the Malolana. Okay, he's down 3 switches, though. He's down 3 switches, only 1 escape board, however. I think it's still my play, though. I think that's still my play, however. Okay, fine, scoop up net. And that's why he should have piled up all the damage on one Tetene, although I guess I would Tingly Return the one with the least amount of damage. Well, even with the paralysis, though, I don't think I can win now. The hammers and the healing was just too much. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning. I don't think I am winning. Because he has done 1 boss, probably has a second one, right? And he has the second. This guy just has everything in hand every turn. I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it for me. The hammers, you know, the hammers did it for him. The hammers absolutely did it for my opponent. If I top deck Marnie, maybe I still have a chance. Well, I top deck Research. It's something, I guess. It comes down to if my opponent has boss, right? It comes down to if my opponent has boss. And even then, I don't think I can win. Because I get a turn of paralysis here, right? But then, because I couldn't find my other stadium, the ticks will just eliminate me here, I think. So I'm gonna assume it's game. Like, I'll play it out, because maybe I still have a chance. Well, I don't even have the VMAX. Don't even have the VMAX anymore. So I'll go Tingly Return, Paralyzed, plus Poisoned. And then I'll promote this guy. So we get a turn here where I don't get attacked, maybe. Nope, never mind. Alrighty, Eldegoss with the Malolana. So, I mean, the engine, I think, makes sense. The engine, I think, makes sense. I think I got pretty pretty unlucky in that game. I also sequenced it pretty badly in the beginning. If I had sequenced it properly and I had found Trubbish with my capture energy on turn 1, then I would have knocked out that Dragapult on turn 2. He would have had less pressure. He wouldn't have drawn that prize off of the Trubbish. I wouldn't have been so pressured to the fact that if he knocked out a Dene, he would have won. I also had TOXTRICITY VMAX priced, as you saw. So I don't know. Yeah, it was a complicated match. Maybe the Tingle Return wasn't the right approach. No, I needed to do the Tingle Return because otherwise I was just going to die next turn. So I guess one change I would do would be probably this, right? Maybe even this, or maybe like this. I don't know. I like this. Yeah, 4-4. So maybe this is what I would try after those few games. Pretty happy that we beat the mill deck. We lost all the other games. It happens. Yeah, just trying to approach new deck building concepts with the 4 captures and the 4 quick, which I think is underexplored right now and will probably be very good later on. So yeah, thanks so much to Card Market for sponsoring this video. Go check them out, follow the link down below so they know you are supporting them because you are watching the video from Tablemon. Don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel, and I'll catch you in our next video. Bye bye.